In this video, I'm going to be showing you how we took just $1,200 of ad spend, put it to Facebook, and return our clients close $62,000 in deals. Now, before I jump into it and talk to you guys about the four main pillars that you should thoroughly understand between you and your team before venturing into digital marketing, especially through Facebook ads, I'm going to show you some proof just to show you that I'm not full of it. And so what I am sharing here is their ad account. So I'm just going to refresh. So as you can see in the top right, from August 17th to September 17th, we have an aggregate of, between messaging connections to leads, 49. And this is all their leads. They all auto-populate to this Google Sheets. They have closed $62,099 in sales. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So the first thing that you have to come up with is a really, really good offer. And there's a few reasons why you need a really good offer. The first one is when you have a really good offer, people like to click on it. People like to engage. People like to actually take advantage of the offer, whatever your service has to be. And so to refer back to that, there was a study in 2019 that Facebook prefers ad accounts, advertisers that have more engaging ads, that have better click-through rates than advertisers who are making a lot more money, because Facebook's, their stigma, what they want to push is a better user experience. They're actually going through a problem right now where the real estate on Facebook it's at overload right now. So they're actually trying to push groups because it's a good organic reach. So if you could prove to Facebook that you have really engaging ads and it's working and people love what they're seeing, then your CPM, your cost per 1,000 impressions, will be a lot less than your competitors who are just running ads with no engaging content. All right. So have an offer that is engaging. When you have a good offer, in consequence, you'll have an engaging ads. So that's a given. The second reason you want a good offer is because people go on Facebook not to consume videos, not to look at ads. They're on Facebook seeing what their spouse is doing, what their kids are doing, their school board, whatever it is, right? So you got to make sure that, someone is scrolling down on their feed, and once they see your ad, they're actually going to stop. They're going to perform a click. They're going to go to your landing page and, become a lead. That's your end goal. That's an end conversion for you. So the first thing that you have to consider is, how can you stand out? And the way you stand out is by having the right targeting with a great offer. So for one of our best campaigns right now for our client is targeting homeowners that are interested in home improvement, ages 28 to 65 plus. We have a good offer, and we have 3 different variants, 3 different copies. And we're just recycling ad copy. We're putting out new creatives, new headlines, new graphics every 2-3 weeks or so. So we are understanding, we're looking back at analytics and deciding what kind of ads are achieving a higher click-through rate, which kind of ads are, bringing in the lowest CPA. That's the end goal, right? So once you have 3 to 5 high quality images or videos, you could determine what's the best fit and then start scaling that campaign. So to give you some perspective, our first one was the offer on the left side with a baby looking out the window. That was the best performing ad. And then we had a second one where just a picture of a window and then the offer on the left side. And then our third creative was an offer in the middle with a split picture of the background. So it'd be a window and then the door, because they're selling windows and doors. So, I couldn't believe it, because I would never think of, having a baby look outside the window. It's a really random picture, would perform the best. But the click-through rate is the best. It's about 2% compared to the other 2 ads where they're at 1.1. And the CPA for that is 21 versus the other 2 ads that are about 32 up to 38. So test a lot of creatives, test a lot of headlines, understand what your demographic and psychographic likes, right? Figure out what they like. You'll never know until you try. And then once you try, you'll understand by reading KPIs and analytics that, okay, this ad performs best. Let's start scaling it by testing more angles, right? Angles being as your hook, your ad copy, your graphics, your targeting, et cetera, et cetera. So now with the cost of digital ads going up for Google, So you want to spend your money wisely. You want to keep people in your ecosystem. You want them to have a good user experience, not just on Facebook, but once they click out of Facebook to your sales page, right? So we create a killer sales page. And I'm actually going to pull it up just to give you guys some sort of reference here. The way I like to approach a sales funnel is it's very basic, but it's definitely a killer. So this is their website. So yeah, we never run ads to a website, as we determined from experience that is too much friction involved. So we create sales funnels like this in-house for our clients. All right. So this sales page in particular has about 5 different sections. Okay. So the first section is your front end offer / incentive. So your front end offer that you put on ads, that is your main focus point. In this case, it would be get 40% off all new window and door purchases. And then as a back end incentive, right? You do business with us, we'll buy your old windows at $100 each. Now, I know yourself as a business owner or just someone who has any business ethic, right? They would be like, you know what, 40%, and then we're going to pay them $100 for each window. They're not making any money. Okay, so my argument for that is if you look at Walmart, if you look at McDonald's, or if you look at any of the big corporate companies, they influx their price and then they tell you they're going to give you a promotion, and it's all psychology. The consumer still sees it as a discount. So essentially, I don't know the exact numbers, but I can tell you it's not actually 40% reduced margins for our clients. It ends up being anywhere from 10 to 14% discounted. So they're still making tons of profit in the back end. And then your sub headline, your back end offer is what will happen once you do business with us, right? So let's say you're a home renovation company. You could do, we'll give you a free 3D rendering, or your home renovation will be 15% off if you go through this funnel. And your back end offer will be a free iPad as soon as your contract is signed, or whatever the case is. Or usually our clients come up with their back end incentive, and we approve it because it has to make sense. But it's always been working. So the first one is your offer, your back end incentive, and then your submission form. And then to your next section, which is this, you always want to have a headline that indicates it's a new section, right? New section, headline, new section, headline, new section. Okay, so let's go over the second headline. Your second section should always be your benefits. What are the benefits? Because as people scroll, the second section will be actually more prominent than the first, because human psychology, as soon as you get onto a website, you read a little bit, but your first initial movement is to swipe up a little bit, right? So you want your benefits not in the first or third section, but on the second section. So we have 3 benefit sections here, 3 benefit points, and then 3 benefit points here. And you know, when I first got started in marketing, I would always have the writing like in one section. So I would have 6 all the way down here, but it's hard to read. It feels like there's too much writing. So what I did was I put 2 pictures just so it's an easy read. All right. Another call to action. And then I have the visual component of the funnel, in my opinion, because this is what you're offering. So people could actually visualize what your offer is. And it would be a lot easier for them to make a decision, because if you don't have any visual components in your funnel, then they would have to really like think about how it would look like. So always have visual components in your funnel. Then our next section is testimonials. All right. Testimonials are huge. And my biggest recommendation is having testimonials, each testimonial being different, right? It's about a different feature of your business, a different benefit of working with your business in particular. Okay. So make them lengthy a little bit. Don't cut short. Have a paragraph, get a little bit thorough with it as well. We have our next call to action, and then your FAQ. So the point of FAQ is to really just answer objections, right? You're not talking to someone. So with digital marketing, you have to understand one thing. It's not a one-on-one in-person sales meeting where you could answer objections. You could ask questions. Within a sales funnel, you're supposed to sell somebody and also answer their questions / objections. So the FAQ really helps with that. How do I know when I need new windows? That could be a really common question, which is why we put it here. Do you charge for estimates? Nope. What should I expect from a window and or door replacement? What are the gains in windows with energy efficiency? And why should windows be a concern to me? So if someone goes onto this website and onto the sales page and they scroll all the way down and their concern is like, I don't know if I really need a window, this will help push them forward to actually submitting themselves as a lead. And then we have our final call to action. And this funnel, just for your understanding, is converting over 22%. All right. So our earnings per lead are about $1,300, which is absolutely incredible, guys. Okay. So next part is retention / ecosystem. All right. So like I said before, you're paying a lot of money to put your ads on the Facebook platform, on the Instagram platform, on Google, whatever it is. So you want to make sure people are getting the best user experience, which is what we've spoken about. And then number two, they are seeing your ad, right? They engage with it. You got that part done. But what if they don't submit their form? What if they do submit their form, but they're not necessarily making a final decision today, but maybe they're making the final decision in 3 months. They have some finances to cover. They're going on vacation. So windows and doors are not really a priority to them. How do you do that? Remarketing. Remarketing is huge, right? It shows that you're credible when you put your ads in front of them over and over again, obviously to a certain extent. But with this client in particular, we're running remarketing ads through Google Display Network, Facebook, Instagram, and Audience Network. Okay. So this is how I segment remarketing. Number one, people who saw our ad, they engaged with it, but they didn't go to our website. So we're going to talk about that. Number two is people who went to our sales page, but did not submit a form. Number three, people who did submit their information and they're ready to buy. So the first one are people who saw your ad, they clicked like, shared, or whatever the case is, but they didn't end up going to the sales page. So what you should do is prove to them, get them to go to that second component, that sales page, right? So what I like to do is put testimonial videos. What I like to do is put the same ads that they originally saw back in front of their face. Maybe they got distracted or they were just, they're scrolling and they need to see it again. That's very typical human behavior. So it's just all about putting ads in front of those people over again. They're not quite warm or quality leads. So our goal and our objective is to get those people onto our sales page. So once they do enter our sales page, this is our second segmentation of customers. Once they do get to our sales page, we want them to turn into a lead, right? And what we do is we put testimonials, we put direct call to action ads. So like, take advantage of this offer. We're adding some scarcity, some urgency to our clients' perspective. And that will incentivize them to be like, oh, wow, this is, I'm seeing them everywhere. It seems like they're doing really well. This offer is very limited. So they will take the action and actually submit their information. The third segment is people who submitted their leads, right? This is huge. And nobody talks about it. I don't know why. So when someone submits a lead, doesn't mean they're buying right on the spot. And it's very normal. It's very normal human behavior. You're not just going to submit your lead and buy something, right? So a lot of the times, we're always in talk with our clients, all right? And a lot of the times people will book a meeting, the quote is fine, everything is okay, but they're just not ready to move forward with a payment, right? It could be a rough time. They could be waiting for a paycheck, on vacation, et cetera, et cetera. So if someone submits a lead in January, but in their head, they're like, I want to go forward in March, how do you make sure that person is going to go with you and nobody else, right? The answer is omnipresence. So we have follow-up systems through email and through socials and GDN. So when someone submits a lead, we set a frequency to the point where anyone who sees a lead will see an ad from us once a week, right? So that way, if they're ready 4 months down the line to move forward with the purchase, right? They're not going to be like, okay, let me find someone that's a little bit closer. Let me find someone that's a little bit cheaper. They'll just think of you because they've been seeing your ads for the last 3, 4, or 5 months. We keep people in our ecosystem for a long time. After 4 or 5 months, they're kind of dead to us, to be honest. And if they do end up moving forward, which has happened before, especially with our home renovation clients, because it's such a massive commitment, They usually do come back after 5 months because they've seen your ad for 5 months, and we just don't want to be too intrusive to the point where we're advertising for over 200, 180, 200 days. Okay. So have engaging ads, have a good offer, keep people in your ecosystem, and have a high converting sales page that is really appealing to your demographic and psychographic. All right. So I want to thank you for watching this video. What I'd like you to do, I'm going to have a link below where you can talk to myself or my business partner here at Clever Digital Marketing. What we do is we assess business, we qualify them. So if you seem to be a good fit to work with us, if we could see a long-term vision, we're going to go ahead, we're going to set up a marketing plan and just take care of everything for you. All right. So my name is Peter. I want to thank you again for watching this video, and have a good day.